Hey, my friends, and welcome back to a hot take on the Disgustingly Easy podcast, the podcast for the long game. And I had to take a little break from our hot takes only because I was burning so hot with so many ideas and finding myself getting so consumed with the podcast process that it was just taking over my life, like many other things, a certain TV show that shall not be named. Anyway, today's hot take is this. Most women don't have a discipline problem. Most women don't have a time problem. They have a capacity mismatch. And until you fix that, you will keep planning weeks you cannot physically or emotionally execute, especially as a neurodivergent millennial woman with a business, with a family, with a lot of responsibilities. So here is what most women do on a Sunday. They open up their planner. They write that they're going to do a workout on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 4 workouts, clean, optimized, really responsible. But then life's because you didn't adjust for the 45-minute school drop off that you keep pretending is only going to take 10 minutes. You didn't make time for the meltdown that you knew would happen when you had to transition from one thing to the next. You didn't think about the negotiation, about the shoes, about the outfit, about the tagging on the clothes, the fact that you need 15 minutes in the car after the drop off just to recalibrate your nervous system. You are planning like a robot, but you are living like a human. And then on the Tuesday, on the Thursday, when you miss a session inevitably because your nervous system doesn't allow for it, you think, I just wish I could be consistent. I mustn't want it enough. I always do this if only I had more discipline. No, you lied to yourself about how long things take. You didn't buffer your transitions. You programmed 4 workouts because that's what you think you're supposed to do. And let me say this really clearly, a well executed low capacity plan will change your life faster than a high capacity fantasy that you break every week. I will say that again. A well executed low capacity plan will change your life faster than a high capacity fantasy you break every week. I say it in the long game all the time. If you can do it to 60% of what you think is an effective plan, 100% of the time. If you can put in 60% effort 100% of the time, you're going to get so much further along the road to your results than if you go 100% because you think that's what you're supposed to do and you can only maintain that for 2 weeks because you burn out, you get overwhelmed, you internalize it, you feel shame, you stop, you ghost, and you just drift off into nothingness for another 6 months until you feel activated, inspired, or motivated again. If you are in a season of broken sleep, of wakeful children, of expanding your business, if you are going through emotional heaviness, you don't get to program like you're in peak performance mode. And if you are just a regular civilian wanting to be happy, wanting to be healthy, you don't need peak performance mode. You have to plan for the life that you actually have right now. And maybe in a couple of years, maybe with respite from early childhood or respite from your early postpartum years, maybe you're going to get to increase the intensity, but you need to plan for the life you actually have now. Not the one you had 3 years ago, not the one the influencer on Instagram has, not the one you imagine you'll have when things finally calm down, because nothing ever actually calms down, right? You need to plan for right now in this season. Maybe 1 workout a week is your move and you do it well. Maybe it's 2. Maybe the win is just getting more steps in while you're at your kids' sport practice or taking phone calls whilst you're walking. Maybe it's parking further away. Non-exercise activity is so incredibly valuable. Non-exercise activity is so incredibly valuable and it gets devalued so much. But why are we thinking that the 1 hour in the gym 3 times a week is more important than the fact that you should be moving your body? Generally, movement is not only legitimate if it hurts. And here's another layer. Some of you are saying to me, you don't have time, but you scroll Insta, you scroll TikTok for 2 hours a day to relax, to regulate. That's not regulating you. This is dysregulating you. This is making it harder, making it worse. If you're going to spend 45 minutes, spend it walking, reading, sleeping. If you want to rest, read a fucking book. Be honest about where your energy is going. And then there's the partner piece, right? Are you assuming your partner can read your mind, or are you quietly resentful because they didn't magically protect your training window? On Tuesday night, I need you to do bedtime because I have to go to the gym. Capacity is not just about physical time. It's about transitions, emotional load, communication. It's about being honest about the season that you're in. And some of you are still planning like your children are toddlers, but they're not anymore. Sometimes we need to go the other way. Maybe they don't need you in the same way, but you haven't adjusted the identity. So your week is built around a bracing or a protection of time that is no longer necessary. So all I'm asking you is to take a moment, zoom out, and map your week out honestly. Block in what really takes time. The drive there, the drive back, the 15 minutes spent in your car before you get out, the buffers that you have for transitions. Circle the windows that are actually usable. And then choose the smallest, most disgustingly easy plan that you can consistently win, that you can do no matter what. You can do on your worst week. And give yourself that minimum standard. Tell yourself, if I do this, I'm on track. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not aspirational. No one's going to be looking at your one workout a week going, wow, she's so disciplined. But that's okay because it's executable, because you don't build foundations off the projections that other people have of you, because self-trust is built through kept promises, not heroic bursts of energy. It's okay if it takes longer to reach your goals. Expand your expectations. But it's not okay to keep overestimating your capacity and blaming yourself for failing. Working out and being in this for the long game is not about doing more. It's about doing what you said you would do over and over and over. Now, if this is hitting a nerve, and you're someone who just wants results and you've thought about joining the long game, but you are scared that you don't have capacity, I am currently looking for 10 women right now for a new offer called the Capacity Reset Room. Women who want long game results but need support recalibrating their capacity first. I'm not going to say much more on here. We start the 16th of March and it goes for 8 weeks. If that is you, I want you to DM me the word capacity. And everyone, of course, remember, when nothing is certain, anything is possible. You've got this. And I've got you.